Hey Factor family, guess what? We have a brand new dynamic warm-up for you, and it's so good that we wanted to go ahead and record it so that you can come back and do it whenever you want. So let's go through it together. Let's talk about everything that you're going to need to do and enjoy this 8 to 10 minute warm-up before all of your workouts, because it's great prep so that you can maximize your time when you're actually doing the bulk of your workout. So we're going to spend a little time in some corrective strategies. We're going to spend some time in some stability and some mobility. It's really, really good. So let's get started. We're going to start with breath work. So all you're going to need is a mat and yourself. I'm going to take care of timing this so you don't worry about that. Feet flat on the floor, knees are bent, lie down. As always, we start with breathing. Hand on your chest and a hand on your belly button. Big inhale through the mouth, in through the nose, I should say. Exhale through the mouth. You want to think about inhaling 2 to 3 seconds, or 2 to 3. 1, 2, and then exhaling 4 to 6. And once you get through that, we'll get to work. We're going to take our hands now on the side of our body, and I'll sit up so you can see, just like this, like a touchdown. We're going to do floor slides, what we call a floor slide. So you're going to press your arms into the floor and up and down as if you were doing a shoulder press. Feels really, really good. Great for shoulder mobility, great for upper back mobility. We're doing 5 of these, but if you feel like you want to stay longer, stay here and knock a few more out. I'd say 5 to 10 will be perfect. One more. If you can't keep your hands pressed or your arms onto the floor, don't worry about it, just do the best that you can. After that, we're going to slowly roll up and flip over into bird dog, which was in our last warm-up, so you should know this one. If you don't, your knees are under your hips and your shoulders are over your wrists. A nice flat spine here. Opposite leg, opposite arm reaches long, and come home. We're doing 5 on each side. This is great for core stability. And control. 5 each way. And rest. Good job. Now we're going to stay in this position, but push our hips back towards our heels. Our hand, either one, is going to go behind the head. We're going to drop the elbow down towards the opposite elbow and rotate and open. So it looks like this. Down and rotate. Again, great for upper back, mobility. Breathe. Nice and slow and controlled. Don't force it. And that mixed flat, you'll simply switch sides. Is one side better than the other? Probably. This side's kind of tight. One more. Take a break. All right, now my favorite, 90-90 hip stretch. I'm gonna need my clock for this one. So we're gonna have for 30 seconds, we're gonna hold. You're gonna take a 90-degree angle with your front leg and one with your back, and then you adjust it as needed. So you're gonna kind of need to find your sweet spot where you really feel your hips open. Anchor your hip bones into the ground, into the mat, wherever you are. We're simply going to hinge forward, keeping our back hip down. So hold here. Now, if you can go all the way out, go all the way out. I cannot. So I'm gonna hang out right here. 30 seconds each side. Make small adjustments as needed. If you need to reposition your legs, feel free to try different places and see where you can find that really good deep stretch in your hip. 5 more seconds. Continue that breath work. We've practiced it. You know it. Inhale and big exhale. And sit up and switch sides. Same exact thing. You're going to see 2 90-degree angles or close to it. Think about anchoring the bones into the hip bones or the glute bone, the back side. How about that? We'll call it back side. Into the mat and then hinge forward in 30 seconds. We're going to hold here. Breathe. Relax the upper body. That back side starts to creep up. Really think about pushing it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release it. Good job. All right, we're going to slowly stand up. Take your time. All the way up to standing. we're gonna hit what's called the 3D matrix. Not my brainchild, unfortunately. I wish I was smart enough to think of it, but from the Gray Institute, we're gonna move in all the planes of motion, asking all the joints to do what they do best, all right? So we're gonna start by stepping forward, and I'll turn sideways, step forward and take the arms up overhead, reach and come home. We're gonna do 3 on each side, 1 more. So you can see my opposite hip is long here, good, 3, 2, I'll do a few more just so that you can get the hang of it. 1 more. Once you get the hang of it, 3 on each side is great. Now we're gonna stop here, step back, so there's a hip hinge, and then we drive up. So back side of the body lengthens. Here we go, 3, good. Like you're bowing, 2, switch sides, 3, 2, and 1, good job. Now we're gonna stay here and we're gonna step side to side. So we do forward and back, and let's do side to side. So we're gonna step out and lengthen and come home. So let's do that 3 times. 3, 2, 1. Now take the same leg that was moving and pick it up the opposite way. So we go 3, good, a little coordinated effort, 2, 1 more. Let's do the other side. So we start with the lengthen reach and come home. So let's do 3, good, 2, 1 more. Pick that foot up, it goes this way, 3 times. Ooh, I missed I got my own foot. Watch out. 1 more, and release, good job. So now we have to rotate. So we move forward and back, side to side, and now let's rotate. So the arms come back to shoulder level. We're gonna open and close. Notice this leg is pivoting. I'm moving everything together. So we're gonna go 3, 2, 1 more, switch sides. So we open, watch this leg. 1 more. And guess what? We've got 1 more way to do this. And this one can feel a little funny, but I encourage you to try it, remembering that everything has to move as one. So we start here, we come up and across, and return home. Let's do that. Let's try that 3 times. It can be really small. Mine isn't very big. But the point is, I'm moving my body in all the ways it can move. Let's go to the other side. Quick practice. There you go. So let's go 3 times. 3, good. 2, 1 more. Good. Lots of pivoting, lots of ankle footwork there. I love it. All right, now that we've gone through that, was called the 3D matrix. So we did all 3 dimensions. We moved, we're starting to warm up a little bit. Now let's finish this off. Inchworm. So we're gonna stand behind the mat. We're gonna walk out to plank, hold, and then come home. 5 times. You can do this from your knees or from your toes. You decide. Bring it back up and rest. So let's jump in a square or step. So we're gonna start up, side, back, together. We're simply making a square. You can step it. That's right. So this is gonna be 3. We're doing 5 each way. 4, 5. Now we're gonna reverse that square. So it's back, up, side. Yes, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, 2 more exercises. I'm gonna move my mat out of the way. You can keep yours if you like. We're gonna start with a lateral floor run. We're gonna move up and back. So let's think about the coordination. Out, in. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna move up and back. Is 1, we're doing 5. Here we go. 1, back. 3 steps up, 3 steps back. I should have said that. If you want to pick up your pace, you can. It's like running through a ladder. Just a little practice of an imaginary ladder that you can't trip over. It's good. Let's do 1 more. And release, good job. So we're gonna do now high knee runs. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You can go as fast or as slow as you need to. You might also recognize this as a modified Heisman. So we're gonna do 5 each way. 1, 2, starting to spike the heart rate up a little bit. Good, 4, 5, good job. We're ready to work out. You did an awesome job. Come back to this. Use it as your movement prep. Use it as some corrective work. It's so good. It gets you ready to go. So enjoy and have a great workout.